Speaking of correlation, have you guys heard of the Coral Castle?
You're making that up.
I'm not.
A coral castle?
Crazy. The Coral Castle.
Ooh.
This is getting into some deep, dark stuff.
It sounds happy though.
It does sound happy.
Ooh, you want to go take a trip to Coral Castle?
It's not scary, but it's weird and it's fascinating. And it's in Florida.
Florida?
Homestead, Florida.
Oh, I know where that is.
You do?
No.
Oh.
I think I do. It's on the coast, yeah.
I don't know.
On the
Yeah, Florida's kind of all over homestead right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this. This was in the 20s, right? 1920s. It was I'm pretty sure it was Latvian, which I don't know.
Sounds right.
Latvia? That sounds like where Winston used to play basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was a Latvian immigrant, and his name was Edward, and I'm going to totally mess up his last name. It's
Get
Lead Scallion.
Lead Scallion.
Leedskalnin.
Scallion.
Lead Scallion.
Big fan of green onions, that guy.
But this dude lived by himself.
Okay.
Had 10 acres and basically built a castle all out of coral stones. And he would only work at night with no one watching, and he would move these giant blocks of stone by himself. And the heaviest stone at this place weighs 28 tons.
What? No, he did not. No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
He did with what?
But the house is still there?
Yeah, it's still there. You can go see it.
And there's no confirmation that anyone helped him.
He had a bobcat.
Yeah, he was. All neighbors reported like he would only. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a an animal bobcat. I meant.
But he said,
several pulling the rocks.
When asked like, how are you able to achieve this, moving these giant stones, stacking them on each other, all by yourself? He said what did he say? He said, I've learned the secrets of the pyramids.
What?
Cool. Share.
And he wouldn't
Go
share.
on.
But people are like today they're like he literally figured out like levee systems and like how to use what do you call it?
Seesaw.
I don't know. Like I'm blanking on every word right now. He just learned leverage, like whatever. But people are like saying that he figured out this like ancient wisdom of like gravity and magnetic forces to move these giant blocks.
Yeah.
And he would carve them by himself.
Jeez
and like,
Louise.
but it's 10 acres.
It makes me think that he just he started like digging in the sand, and then he just found the castle, and so he's just digging around it. Everyone's like, "How did you build this?" Like, I'll never tell.
That's nothing.
Levees.
I figured out what the Egyptians do. That's what I did.
But it's great. It was in the 20s, so it was before
Do you have a
like
picture of
power
it?
tools. Andrew, you pull up a picture of the Coral Castle,
The Coral Castle. It sounds like something Disney would name like a restaurant in
like the
Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna head down to the Coral Castle, guys.
This is a real field trip we can go on.
It is. Yeah, we should.
Should we do a podcast outside the Coral Castle?
Oh. Is it actually coral? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
like
like- it's-
coquina?
It's like that coral stone.
Like that white
coquina.
stone that has like the holes in it?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
He built
That's
that
so cool.
by himself.
That's
Wow, that's
weird.
coquina.
And that's without using like cranes, any like electrical
That's
equipment.
weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look into that. That's nuts.
it's insane.
Wow.
But I thought that was crazy.
That is pretty cool.
That is so cool.
I think your theory was correct, though, that he figured out what the Egyptians did, because
Yeah,
the Egyptians stole even further ancient
technology.
sculptures and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with the Sphinx head,
Yeah.
like it doesn't proportionately match the.
We talked about that, right? How this we did. I swear.
when
we
it
talked
changed
about
that-
I think we've talked about it 2 times.
that. Yeah, I think so.
One of them
too.
came before. One of them came before.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
the
the
Sphinx
Sphinx.
was there before
Yeah.
the ancient Egyptians got there,
Yeah,
and then
we
they
talked about that.
changed the head into the pharaoh-looking dude.
They say that some of the testing they've done on the Sphinx indicates that it was at one point underwater.
Yeah,
Interesting.
with the erosion patterns.
that would make sense with
Yep.
if get all that sand. When I showed you that picture, we'll put it up too.
Oh yeah,
But
it's a creep.
You know the Washington Monument, how it's just a pillar with a point on it?
Yeah.
They said, what if that's what's under the pyramids? If it's just a huge tower and that's just the tip of it.
Why?
Imagine like in Egypt, like underneath the sand. Imagine if
let me show
if
you
they
the
dug
picture.
and it just kept going down. I don't know what's under. I'm sure they've probably figured it out, but still, that would be the craziest thing.
Oh, can you see this, Lil?
Yeah. Oh,
See the things under it?
that's weird.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a rendering of it. But
Why would that be that way?
It's
but
not.
that's the thing. It would be like that'd be
But it
really
could be.
cool though.
I don't know.
That'd be really funny. Could you imagine?
Oh, like literally the entire pyramid is just the point.
Yeah.
I
It's
had it
just a
visualized
monument.
in my head that they had the whole pyramid, but then in the middle was its own monument, and just the tippy top of the pyramid was.
That's crazy, right?
Right,
I
guys?
I guess,
I was
Andy,
like,
but
what would the point be?
that would be the point.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
But that kind of, are you going to go on that or are you going on something
Go.
else? Dude, think about things like we mentioned, like how, like if the pyramids were more and expanding that kind of universe. How about the fact that our universe is actually expanded, like to the point where we just made the discoveries of those 6 new galaxies.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
NASA discovers 6 new galaxies.
6
That-
new old galaxies that
that,
are like ancient
new
galaxies.
to us.
Yeah.
but like it changes everything on the Big Bang because
Yeah.
they grew
Oh, yeah.
so, because they don't know for a fact, but what they're saying is like if that's true, then these things had to have grown so incredibly fast, faster than anything else before that of their size. So it changes everything. So it's either those things existed before the Big Bang, or they grew faster than any galaxy ever, and so that asks more questions.
Yeah. They
It's
said like
crazy.
someone, like a lot of them are saying like this changes all of science.
Yeah, they said
it's
physics doesn't matter anymore. It's just
Or like
completely changed at that point.
their theory was like their truth, of like the Big Bang theory.
Yeah.
But it's like that's kind of being disproven in a sense with these 6 galaxies that they just found. They're like, what's happening?
Well, that's the thing.
Science!
I, like when we grow up, like we think science, like that's the end all be all. When science says it, but the thing is, that science changes its mind constantly, and so like that's like this new discovery. It's crazy, and then
Science
suddenly, like
crazy guy.
with planets, even Pluto. Like I mean, like there wasn't originally 9 at the first. Like
Is
it was like
Pluto
I
a
think there was like
planet?
3.
No.
not technically anymore.
I feel like they
it was
flip-flop.
They did
so it was
flip-flop.
so it was 8. It was 9, and now it's 8. And so like science does change its mind. It's just like it's ever evolving. It's really really strange.
It's messing.
It's scary, man. What's in
It's
those 6
weird.
galaxies?
Have you guys
What's in
heard of
them?
the Big Bounce instead of the Big Bang?
No.
They're saying the
That's
universe.
me on a diving board. Hey,
Hey.
Well, they say the universe is expanding, and that's all they were observing for this long period of time was the expanse, and that's why they assumed it was a singular point. But now it's returning, which
Oh.
implies that the universe is just breathing. And so it comes down to a point, and that's the point when it compressed, and then when it began to shift out, that's what they used to call the Big Bang. Now they're calling it the Big Bounce because
The
it
big
came back.
bounce. The big Bambino. That's what
the
we should
big
call it.
Bambino.
Yeah.
The great Bambino.
The great Bambino.